I'm Jasmine Thibodeau. We begin tonight in Lafayette Parish. For many here and around Acadiana and beyond are mourning the loss of a mentor, advocate, and leader in the community, Judge Jules Edwards, who passed away Tuesday night. Right now, I'm standing in front of a city court where we just spoke to Judge Edwards last week in a never-before-aired interview. Let's take a listen.
We also need people to not be afraid to come to court. We really want to work with people. Come to court. Get your matter resolved.
He was speaking about the warrant recall set for October 30th, a program he was passionate about. Judge Edwards was 66 years old. He was a husband to his wife, Orita, and a father to 3 adult children. But to others who knew him, he was also a public servant.
Jules was probably best summed up as someone who dedicated his life in the service of others, with whether it be his family, his church, his country, as an attorney or on the bench.
If someone didn't know who was fighting kind of like behind the scenes and also in front, particularly for advocating for juveniles, particular students, it was him.
Judge Edwards proudly served in the Marine Corps, Louisiana National Guard, and as a state district court judge for 27 years, only to later run for city court judge, taking office in January of last year, a strategic move to help the younger generation.
The judge came out and pretty much said, when I see them in district court, it's really too late. I want to catch them when they're in city court, and city court deals with misdemeanors and smaller crimes. And if we can get that recidivism rate down with the youngsters, then we won't see them as adults. So he was committed to that.
Boudreaux tells me his friend of 40 years was also dedicated to his faith. We're standing in front of Immaculate Heart of Mary. Can you talk to me about what this church meant to Judge Edwards?
Well, he was a servant leader, very active, a Eucharistic minister, a lecturer. He and his wife leads a weekly Bible study class.
Even with all of Judge's accolades and accomplishments, his loved ones tell me what mattered to him most was making a positive impact in the lives of others.
I think what he left behind, that legacy, is you got individuals who he inspired that will basically take that baton and carry it forward.
He wanted to make this place, I think, a better place after he left, and he certainly did accomplish that.
Now, we also spoke to 15th Judicial District Court Judge Thomas Duplanche, who knew Judge Edwards for 32 years and tells us he was the kind of guy who always wanted to help people, and that's what he'll remember most. Now, City Court was closed Wednesday following Judge Edwards' death.